Alright, good morning everybody. And now, I am gonna take a break from doing my video game runs because I'm gonna get back to doing something that I haven't done in quite a bit. Because I haven't done a Martin Talks episode since the end of December. Well, I'm gonna do episode 22 of Martin Talks today, but before I begin, I want to show you one thing. As you can see, I have a bandage on my arm right now because earlier this morning I had my blood drawn over at the doctor's office over at Pentucket Medical Associates in downtown Haverhill. It still hurts, but I will take this thing off eventually, so that's why you see the bandage there. But anyways, let's get back to business now. For today's episode of Martin Talks, well, even though Aubrey returned to YouTube about a month ago, this Disney movie I'm going to review, it's one of Aubrey's favorite Disney movies, and this is also currently the Flickr 98's current all-time favorite Disney animated movie classic, and that is none other than The Jungle Book. Now, this VHS is the original 1991 VHS release, and for previews, as it said, it has a preview for the theatrical release of Beauty and the Beast, and the trailer for the home video release of The Rescuers Down Under as well. As you see, we got the spine back, and it says, "For pure energy, high-spirited hijinks, and cascading joy, The Jungle Book is tough to top," as stated by People magazine. Open this up, and see, here's the tape of the ink label. Print date is March 1st, 1991, printed on my Grandma Willis's birthday. But that's not all. We also have the 1997 VHS release, and there, yep, it says THX certified on there, as you remember. I got this at Used Book Superstore in Salem, New Hampshire. Had it. I still haven't put this tape in yet. You see spine. Back end says, memorable music, imaginative adventures, a treat for all ages, as stated by Dixie Wheatley of WCBB-TV, ABC Boston. That's News Center 5. It has that sticker still there. I'll take it off soon. And it also has the Jungle Book musical songbook, and an exclusive making of too, which I do have the songbook in there. There, it's pretty much in the below the tape. As you see, tape has the ink label, and the print date is August 18th, 1997, just 2 weeks after Chris Thornton's birthday, and I believe he does have this tape. Well, he also has the 91 tape too. But this VHS of Jungle Book is very good. And finally, we also have the 2007 Platinum Edition DVD, which I got this at Target in Haverhill, Mass. back on July 16th, 2008. This DVD went out of print over a year ago, back on January 31st, 2010, so it's hard to find now. But lucky I got it while it was still in print. See, here's the spine. And the back end says Walt Disney's Jumpin' Jungle Classic, and it has a lot of these bonus features on there. Yep, as you see, here's this one which has a movie, which has Mowgli and Baloo. And this too, with the bonus features, you see Mowgli and King Louie. And we got this DVD guide here, which has all these features and the navigational overview. And on the back, it says, look for the next releases in this prestigious Platinum Edition series, 101 Dalmatians Spring 2008, Sleeping Beauty Fall 2008. I have both of those Platinum Edition DVD releases, and I'll review those movies in future episodes of Martin Talks. But this DVD of The Jungle Book is very good. And now I'm going to tell you what the plot line of this is. Okay, for the cast first. For the cast, it has Bruce Refferman as the voice of Mowgli, and of course Bruce's father Wolfgang Refferman directed the movie, and it also has the voices of Sebastian Cabot as the voice of Bagheera, and the late Phil Harris as the voice of Baloo, and of course Louis Prima as the voice of King Louie, as well as George Sanders voicing Shere Khan, and Sterling Holloway voicing Kaa, the snake. Now here's the plot. This is set in India, and Mowgli is living in the jungle, but Bagheera wants to send Mowgli to the man village because of Shere Khan coming, but Mowgli wants to stay in the jungle. But then while he's in the jungle, Mowgli meets a good friend, a bear named Baloo, which Baloo even teaches. Well, but before that, there's also there's also a bunch of elephants along the way, as marched by Colonel Hoppy. I don't know who voices Colonel Hoppy in the original, but we know Winifred, who was Hoppy's wife. This was the very last Disney movie for Verna Felton to have a voice, because she died on December 14th, 1966. That was during production. It was one day before Walt Disney passed away, because as this movie was the very last Disney animated movie which Walt Disney supervised and was produced by him because of his death during the production, since this film was released in October 1967. But anyways, back to what it says, the elephants, and they have that march, and of course Mowgli tries to join with the elephants, but he ends up being unfit to serve in Colonel Hoppy's thing. Then after that, Mowgli meets Baloo, and Baloo ends up teaching Mowgli about the simple bare necessities of life in a memorable song known as The Bare Necessities, which is a classic song indeed. Then after that, Mowgli then heads to a bunch of monkeys take Mowgli away, and they take him to King Louie, where King Louie also sings a memorable song called I Wanna Be Like You, which is also a hit. And both of these two songs are also in the Disney Sing It Family Hits game for the Wii that I have. I've only sung The Bare Necessities. I've yet to sing I Wanna Be Like You, but that's okay. But after that, you hear Mowgli. Then after that, when Mowgli's there, King Louie, in order to let Mowgli stay in the jungle, King Louie asks about the secret of fire. But then, of course, Baloo then later joins in with King Louie to dance on that. But he has funny things. But then he takes off that fruit thing and he shows it's real. Then they leave the Manville. They leave the King Louie's area and back in the jungle. They then continue traveling, and then, of course, Shere Khan then comes, and of course, sometime later on, of course, Kaa then hypnotizes Mowgli, and Kaa sings the song "Trust in Me," in which, after that song is over, Shere Khan does come. He pulls Kaa's tail, but the sound that it makes, it sounds like, when he pulls his tail, it almost sounds like someone answering the doorbell, because it makes a doorbell-like sound that you'd hear. That scene is so funny. Very good indeed. Of course, but then after that, Mowgli then later meets some vultures, and these vultures end up singing in a barbershop quartet style with the song "That's What Friends Are For," which, of course, it ends up concluding with Shere Khan singing the last line, and then after that, it leads to the big battle between Mowgli and Shere Khan, with Baloo and Bagheera also helping out. Baloo does end up getting seriously hurt and ends up lying unconscious, and Bagheera pretends to hold some funeral service for Baloo, and the organ music that plays, it's the same organ music that was used in that bedside vigil for Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Of course, the phone's ringing now, but I'm going to continue with this review, so I'm not going to make it 2 parts. But anyways, after the funeral service, but then after it's over, likely Baloo then rises up again, and then after that, Mowgli they finally reach the man village, and Mowgli sees a girl singing the song "My Own Home," and Mowgli then decides to follow the girl, and he finally arrives where he is at the man village. And with that being all said, Mowgli and Bagheera Baloo and Bagheera then go head back into the jungle, and they sing a brief reprise of The Bare Necessities, and it has a great ending indeed. Now, The Jungle Book The Bare Necessities was nominated for an Academy Award for Best Original Song, but it did not win because Talk to the Animals won from Dr. Dolittle won that year. Of course. But of course, the Sherman Brothers wrote most of the songs for the movie except The Bare Necessities, because The Bare Necessities was composed by Terry Gilkson. But still, The Bare Necessities is still a great classic Disney song to play in any Disney repertoire. And The Jungle Book is still a fantastic Disney animated movie classic. I definitely recommend it. So there you go. That's The Jungle Book, and that's going to conclude episode 22 of Martin Talks. Hope you all enjoyed it. I'm glad you all liked my review of The Jungle Book. And for the next episode of Martin Talks, our review, I will review the 2008 Academy Award-winning movie Slumdog Millionaire. But until the next episode, there will be other great videos in between. But for now, have a great rest of the day, and I'll speak to you again later. Bye!